What's up, YouTube? This is Two Raw 4 TV. So I want to talk about a much more competitive game last night, that being between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Phoenix Suns. All right. Now, this game was won ultimately by the Phoenix Suns. They came back from a double digit deficit to win this game by the final score of 114 to 109. In this game, Chris Paul had 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 12 assists. He leads the NBA in assists per game at 10.5 assists per game. He's 36 years old, and he's on the verge of tying LeBron James for the longest tenured player to lead the NBA in assists. When LeBron led the NBA assists 2 years ago, he was in his 17th NBA season. Chris Paul is currently in his 17th NBA season. But, it was a lot of fanfare when LeBron did it, but nobody seems to even know it, when it comes to Chris Paul. Devin Booker had 35 points. He's been on a roll lately. Mikal Bridges, 23 points and 4 rebounds. And DeAndre Ayton in this contest had 10 points and 6 rebounds. The Phoenix Suns are now 44-10. And it was a couple of years ago when Phoenix, who had been a pretty bad team for many years, man, a pretty bad team, a team that might go 36-46, 35-47, but they finally made that push 2 years ago during the bubble, and but once they acquired Chris Paul, sky's been the limit, man. Chris Paul is one of the great point guards in the history of basketball. There's a lot of aspects of his game that can get on your nerves. He is a bit of a politician out there with the officials. He flops. He can be dirty. He can talk. He talks trash. Um, However, you have to give him his props, man. He's one of the great leaders, and he's one of the great all-around point guards this game has ever seen. And the only thing missing from his resume, the two things that are missing, in my opinion, are a championship and an MVP trophy. Now, I don't think he's going to win an MVP trophy, but he could win a championship. That has to remain to be seen whether that occurs or not. The Philadelphia 76ers, after starting off the season very poorly, I guess they still had the albatross of Ben Simmons still hanging over their heads, but they've moved on from him mentally since December. You know, uh, they haven't missed a beat really without him, and a lot of that has to do with Joel Embiid's play. Man, he's been playing at an MVP level this season, leading the NBA in scoring, averaging close to 11 rebounds per game. And this game, I believe he had 32 points and was it 10 rebounds or 12? Checking something out here. No, yeah, 34 points, excuse me, to go along with 12 rebounds. The game was close, man, but, Joel Embiid actually picked off uh, Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul turned the ball over. Joel Embiid had it, man, and I think he kind of rushed the pass, overthrew the pass to Steph Curry. And, that was the ball game. He turned it right back over. But Philly, man, is a really good team, in my opinion. Tobias Harris had 30 points last night. Terrence Maxey, um, who's essentially replacing Ben Simmons, did a good job. Steph Curry only had 3 points. Andre Drummond had 4 points and 7 rebounds in 15 minutes. Philly's a really good team, but I think I agree with Shaq. To be a championship team, you get a sense that they're missing something. You know, But I don't think James Harden is the answer at all. James Harden is not the answer to that shit. But they're missing something. You know, they're missing maybe. Usually, in my opinion, with a championship team that has a big man like him, you usually do need some type of dynamic perimeter player. But I don't think James Harden is the answer at all. I don't think he's the answer. Because they have these other pieces, the guy doesn't have to be a superstar, but they just need some other player who can create his own shot. Uh, preferably a guy with some range, a guy that can play at least, some type of, somebody that's at least a serviceable defender. But who is there out there at this time? But anyway, that's all I got to say, man. Props to the Phoenix Suns. And in my opinion, if you have the best record in the NBA, you're by default the best team. I mean, yeah, you can mention other things, the outbreak having an effect on teams, but Golden State lately has not been playing like the best team. They were earlier this year, but not right now. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Tell me what you guys think.